Hey, how's it going? This video is going to be on the best weight loss tips that I have to give. I'm not a dietitian. I'm just me, okay? I'm just animated guy on YouTube, okay? First thing, take the emotion out of it. If you crash on whatever diet, it doesn't matter what diet you're doing, just keep going. Or modify the diet so that it's more effective for you. Maybe add a cheat day, which cheat days can be helpful for some people and they can be absolutely horrible for other people, okay? You want to experiment with different things. There's no cookie cutter diet that's going to work for everybody, and if there was, then everybody would be fit, right? So take the emotion out of it. Don't think of food as your friend or your enemy. It's literally just fuel for your body. The next thing is going to be counting calories. Okay, so the media is going to tell you sometimes that counting calories are bad for you, that it's too obsessive and it's going to be bad for your body image, but really you should just take the first step that I gave you into consideration if you're getting too stressed about the exact amount of calories that you're having. Counting calories isn't always accurate because there's human error in the nutrition labels and there's going to be human error when you're weighing out your food. But it's about as accurate you can get, okay? So if you're gonna be 100, 200 calories off because of human error counting calories, well, maybe you would be 400 calories off because you didn't track calories at all. So how do you know how many calories you should eat? What I would do is track your calories for a week that you have on your normal diet. Don't change anything about your current diet, and then take the average of those calories. And then obviously to take the average, you take the calories per day for each day, add them all up and divide that by 7, okay? And that's your average calories. So you're going to take your average calories and then you're going to subtract 200 to 400 calories from that. That's going to be your caloric intake when you're on this diet. You can eat the same foods, but eat less of those foods. But if you're eating really high calorie dense foods, so foods that weigh little for the amount of calories that they have, that's the meaning of high calorie dense, it's not going to be very satiating, right? So you're going to be more likely to binge, you're going to be more likely to eat more calories than you plan to in that day, or you're just going to suffer through it and it's not going to be a very fun time. So eat 200 to 400 calories less than your maintenance calories, which is the figure that I gave you, the average of that first week. And then consistently track your weight, eating that 200 to 400 calories less. When your weight stops going down, add another 200 to 400 calories. And you don't need to go the full 400 calories, okay? You don't need to go absolutely beast mode. It's better to prepare in advance and cut 200 calories at a time than cut 400 calories at a time. Okay, and you can also do this deficit with exercise. Instead of cutting calories, you could just do 200 calories worth of walking instead of eating 200 calories less, but I would prefer to do a mix of the both. Stop buying the foods that are going to make you overeat. Stop buying all of the things that you know when you walk by these things in the grocery store that you're going to just not stop eating it if you have it. You know what foods they are, just stop buying them. There's so many other things that you can buy. You can buy tons of fruits. And this brings me into the next thing, and that's just have the healthy foods that you like, just have them on deck, just have them stocked up. If you're gonna binge on those. You can eat as much fruit as you want and you're not gonna gain weight, because I don't think anybody can eat more than 1,000 calories of straight up fruit in one sitting. So have the healthy foods on deck and have healthy meals planned out. Just have the healthy meals right in front of you so that you're not so you don't just decide to skip a meal and eat chocolate hummus and banana chips. So just have the healthy foods ready, okay? Okay, the next thing is start eating your meals earlier and to eat more meals. And I don't mean eat more full-sized meals. I mean, instead of having 3 meals a day, have 5 or 6. This is going to keep you full for longer. The less time you have between each meal, the more full you're going to be. This is also more optimal for gaining muscle. You're just going to have more muscle protein synthesis throughout the day. And the reason why I said to start eating earlier in the day is because I don't think you're going to be binging on chips and ice cream and whatnot at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's just not going to happen. Once the sun goes down, that's when you're likely to binge and likely to cheat on your diet. So the more full you are earlier in the day, the more full you are later in the day, and that you're just going to be less likely to binge in the night, and obviously you're not likely at all to binge during the day. So don't starve yourself during the morning. The other reason why this is good is because the better you sleep, the less hungry you're going to be, and the less time you're going to be eating. The next thing is drink tons of water. It's pretty common that you think you're hungry when you're really just thirsty, and then you're just eating a ton of food to fill the void, and then once you drink a little bit of water, you realize how full you are, and really you were just thirsty the whole time. I'm not going to get too much into that. It's not very complicated. Just drink water. It's not very hard. And while we're on the topic of that, just stop having liquid calories altogether. You can easily just have a Diet Coke or a Pellegrino or whatever you want, and it's just kind of a waste at the end of the day. So yeah, these are some of the tips that I have to give. Take these with a grain of salt. Some things are going to be more effective for other people, and just try to apply as much as you can and experiment, see what works for you. Like I said before, there's no cookie cutter way of losing weight. You just have to see what works for you, and yeah, just take as much of this into account as you can. Whatever doesn't work, don't do that. Whatever does work, do that. Give it some time before you decide whether something's working or not, though, because it's kind of hard to tell if something worked just based off of one day of doing it, right? So, yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.